Hello there, Modern Canadian Living enthusiasts. Welcome back to another video. And once again, you find me doing chores, right? Always something to do. When you got animals, always somebody needing taken care of, something needing attention. But here we are, yet again. If this is your first time here, make sure to like, subscribe, turn on those YouTube notifications, follow us on Facebook, so you don't miss out on any of the roosters or anything else we do around here, right? If you're new, you may not be aware, we have roosters who like to be on camera, and when they're not, you'll hear them in the background because they get pretty vocal about it. So today, we're going to be talking about a mistake. We're going to be talking about how I messed up. Should have seen it coming, but it happened anyways. So you're probably wondering, how did I mess up? What did you do? What happened to Modern Canadian Living? Well, stick around. We're going to talk about it right after we roll the intro. So in full transparency, I was warned, and everybody else here was warned. We were told to be careful. We were told that it can happen. It can happen to everybody, right? We didn't listen. In our defense, though, we thought we had it under control. We really figured it wouldn't happen to us. We'll be fine. It's only others that make those mistakes, right? It can happen to anybody. Sometimes, well, SOL, right? Gonna keep it politically correct because there are some junior enthusiasts that watch our videos. So SOL is what we are right now. Beep, out of luck, right? I mean, we really didn't think it was going to happen to us. We figured we had everything under control. But we find ourselves here today and, yeah, problems, right? So as we found out, things can get out of hand pretty quickly when this happens. Like I said earlier, we didn't think that it was going to happen to us. We figured we had everything under control, but, you know, I messed up. What you gonna do? So by now, you're probably trying to figure out what I've been talking about. What happened to Modern Canadian Living? How did I mess up? Why are we beef out of luck? How bad is it really? Well, now that they've all got their scratch and this chicken chore is done, let's dive right on into it. So keep in mind, as I tell you what's going on here and what happened, that we were warned. We just didn't listen. Like every other chicken tender out there. Yes, we call ourselves chicken tenders. We didn't think it was going to happen to us, right? We didn't take it seriously, and, well, we're not immune. We're not immune to the effects, and it happened. So with these chicken chores done, I'm going to put this bucket back away, and then we'll go inside and tell you all what's going on. Now that we're inside with a nice warm drink out of that bitter cold outside, we can tell you guys a little bit more about what happened and how we are SOL, right? Like I said, I really didn't think it was going to happen to us. I figured we had everything under control and things would go fine, right? Yeah. I was wrong. I was wrong. I messed up. We've got a solution here, so don't worry. But chicken math. It's a real thing. It's a real problem. You start with a couple turn into a few, and then before you know it, people are asking, how many do you have? And you just tell them, oh, well, I got a few chickens when you got like 30. And they ask again, and they're like, well, how many are you guys up to now? We're like, oh, just a couple more, and they're like 60, and then 90, and then it just keeps going, right? You end up with all of these chickens and all these babies. They're so cute. They make all the colorful eggs, they're great eating, and you hatch out the babies, and it's just so much fun. But chicken math, it really, really gets you. And that's why we are SOL. So before you laugh and you say, this guy's just pulling our leg, no, I'm serious. Chickens can get out of hand very fast. Diseases and all their medications and all the care that they need aside, the number of chickens that you have can quickly get out of hand. And for us, this is a problem. It may be a good problem for us. I mean, it is a very good problem because of the success we had last year and the overwhelming support we've received and just all the inquiries and reaching out for this year's orders. We had to get a solution in place for all the additional chicks and hatchings and everything that we're going to be doing. And that's what this is right here. This is one of our first solutions. We will be having more, and we'll just keep expanding. But for now, without further ado, we got ourselves another incubator. Hey, yo, look at this one, all right? This one here is from Hatching Time. It's a 180 egg unit. It is a very good unit. They're not cheap, but they do the job. And with us expanding, with the additional support that we've received, with all the orders that are coming in, we are going to be unboxing this today, showing you guys all what it looks like before we put it through its test run to make sure that everything functions properly before putting eggs in it. And this is very important. If you get an incubator, whether it be something this big, whether it be one of those little small ones, make sure you let it run for at least 48 hours, 2 days, so you can check the humidity, the temperature, make sure everything is working as it should. Apologies if I had any of you worried. Like I said, it's a problem, but it's a good problem, and it really can happen to anyone. So if you're getting into the chicken game, keep that in mind. Chicken math gets us all. But here we go. Let's unbox this. Let's see what we got. Put this out of the way over here. So this is a cabinet style incubator. It is much bigger than the other ones that we've been using. Like I was saying, this one holds about 180 eggs, chicken eggs. It can hold more for quail, less for geese. It all depends on what you're hatching out. But it is a cabinet style incubator. So we have the doors, we have the windows, we have everything that we need, and it comes with all the stuff. It comes with the humidity box, it comes with the power, it comes with everything that we need, or that you'll need, to hatch out a whole bunch of eggs. So what we're going to do is we're going to unbox this. We're going to get it out of the packaging, and I will show you all what it looks like, take a little tour before we put it in its first inaugural test run. Stay tuned. So with it out of the packaging, we can see that all the rest of the pieces are inside. They are packed very, very well. Let's just get that over there. We have our hatching baskets. So after the eggs have been in the incubator, when it's on 18th day, it's time for lockdown. They'll be placed in these baskets so they can hatch all safe and securely. We have our water reservoir. We have one of the turning trays. So this incubator, instead of rolling the eggs, will actually turn them side to side. We'll rotate them back and forth to help increase the success of the fertility and the hatch rates. We have the other parts of our hatching baskets. Just get these out of the way. Starting to run out of room here. Goes pretty quickly. We have another hatching tray, along with more pieces down here related to the humidity, other hatching trays, other egg trays, and everything that we need. This unit is a fully self-contained incubator. It does do about 188 eggs, like I said earlier, and it's meant for that step up. The reason we're going with these directions and these type of cabinet incubators is because the other ones we were using just don't cut it anymore. with the volume that we have been receiving, the support from the community, all the orders that are coming in for this year's hatching season, it was time to go with the cabinet roots and just upgrade our overall hatching setup. We're also planning on building a little micro hatchery. So that's our game plan, is we're going to add another building to the farm, and it'll be our hatching and brooding rooms just to further, hatch out a whole bunch more babies and have fluffy butts everywhere. We have the control unit up front here. This is mounted already. The plugs come in little separate boxes. When you're unpacking this unit or any of them from Hatching Time or anybody else out there, just be careful. There's lots of tape, so make sure that you go through and you get all the bits of tape off. They do pack them securely, but sometimes these little extra pieces, like this one here that I'm trying to get off, they remain stuck on, and you don't want to miss them, right? Because they can just have germs and dirt and other debris stick to it, which can, over the long term, affect your hatch rates. So keep that in mind. But these hatching baskets are amazing. They're pretty simple. They just, you get them open here, you flip them over. Do this one too, so we can have the top and the bottom, because it doesn't work if we only got the bottom or if we only got the top. Basically, they just clip together. So you line them up, holes go in, and then boom, they clip together. They will slide in the place of the egg turning trays when it's time, and that's just how it's going to work. So there's lots more to see on this. Make sure you stick around. Make sure you like, subscribe, turn on those YouTube notifications. Follow us on Facebook so you don't miss out on any parts. So there we have it. We've got everything connected. We've got the humidity system set up, plugged in on the appropriate side. We have the egg turning controls hooked up, plugged in on the appropriate side. The unit itself is plugged into power, and we're ready for our first initial turn on. That's what she said. Yes, I know somebody's thinking that. That's what she said. But we're not going down that road, right? So there you go. You can see that the unit has been turned on. You can probably hear the fans running. Close the little door. Everything works great, right? It's going to go through its initial power up. It'll start to cycle. What we're going to do right now is run some tests just to make sure that everything functions as it should. So with the unit powered on, running through its first cycle, like I said, we're going to let it run for a day or two, make sure everything's okay. It does come preset for chickens and chicken egg hatching. So most of the Hatching Time units, the CT units especially, they come preset for chickens. You can change it for quail, you can change it to geese, ducks, whatever you would like. We're going to keep it on the check-in settings. We're going to make sure, like I said, over the next 2 days that everything works as it should. And I'm going to load it up with some eggs and start hatching out in our new incubator. So, problem to have, nonetheless, but a good problem, and it means we get another toy here at Modern Canadian Living. I get to play with something else. The others are probably just rolling their eyes at me. You know how it goes. But as always, thank you very much for sticking around. Thank you very much for all the support you show. Make sure to like, subscribe, turn on those YouTube notifications, follow us on Facebook so you can see how this works out for us and how the rest of our journey goes. Until next time, take care, everyone.